space there. Going through, you've got the saloon. Seating will all be along there. Nav station in that corner now. Then you've got the kitchen galley going on over there. We are going to take this double sink out and put a small square sink in there rather and have that as full tabletop. Hi there and welcome back to Sailing Saoirse. It's been a week of note. We've had storms, a lot of tension on the boat. I suppose you can understand that 5 people living on a very small boat whilst work is carrying on in every area of the boat at the same time, things are going to get a little tense sometimes. So it's been quite a week, but we're getting there. It's all part of the boat building scenario situation. I think it's just going to make the finished product so much more valued to all of us. We had a huge storm blow through, bigger than the one we have shown in previous videos. Lots and lots of rain. We had wind. We woke up one night to huge howling winds and looked at the instruments, and they were sitting around 52 knots. Colin managed to get his phone on and record it, but it had dropped by then. I think we got about 49 knots on the video. But that sat up and got our attention. Sitting in a mooring safe harbour with wind blowing through like that it's kind of exciting, really. But it was a real reality to the fact that one day we're going to be out on the sea, and there's going to be times that we experience that. We have no plans on being out at sea when something like that blows through. As best you can plan for yourself. We'll never allow ourselves to be in that situation, but it could happen. So yes, it definitely got our attention, feeling the power of that and knowing that it was a fraction of what we would feel out in the open seas. So this week with the storm, which was about 3 days of really, really cold weather and lots of rain, we didn't get to do a heck of a lot of work. Robin got onto the kitchen cupboards, so we've all been dying to see what the cupboards are going to look like when they're complete. We have got some doors hung, so we'll take you through that process. And then lots of little odds and sods jobs that we have managed to squeeze in. So nothing overly exciting, but we're getting there. Some of what we've done on the boat has been a bit of trial and error. We converted the end of this cabinet into a display cabinet for easy access to our everyday drinking glasses and coffee mugs and things. And initially, when it came to putting the fiddles on, we decided to use a piece of teak. It's very thin, maybe a bit short-sighted, but we thought it would do the job for holding in the glasses. It matches the side of the cupboard and what. But then we have come to realize that this is just way too flimsy. We've already had one break on us, so we are now converting it to a much thicker piece of timber, again teak, so that it matches the rest of the kitchen galley, and that'll be way more sturdy. So we do find that we make mistakes along the way, but slowly but surely rectify them when we find a better solution. take you in and show you the kitchen. You do have to excuse the mess. As we've said, 5 people living on a yacht with work carrying on is a nightmare. But so it's all a little messy. But starting here, we have the kitchen coming together slowly. So in the galley, our cupboard faces. The cupboard faces that you see here are what's going to pretty much go throughout the boat in the cabins and in the passages as well. All been made up in separate pieces, put together. We have very nice teak detail along the top of all the cupboards. It's solid teak and it has air vents in it, so we have that on all the cupboards, even those in the cabins, under the stove here. So that's going to be really good for ventilation. It's all formica timber on Nida core, so it's all very, very lightweight. And on standard hinges, lovely stainless steel knobs which lock the doors in place when you're on the passage. Over here we've still got to create the door for the pot cupboard. That is a section that we're missing. We actually have in transit lost somehow in the move lost quite a number of these pieces, so Robin has had to remake a good number of them according to Henry's design and keeping to his lovely level of workmanship. So that has slowed down this process a little bit, but we are finally there. We're still going to have to put the doors in. Unfortunately, with lockdown we haven't been able to find these hinges because the doors are flush mounted. It's a very specific type of hinge. Can't find anything like that locally, so we're going to have to do a trip into Cape Town as soon as we're able to find those, and then we can fit the doors right through the whole boat because they're all just about ready now. Over here we've got a very nice spice rack, again with the same detail, the air vent and the detail of the cupboards. Don't forget the awful vinyl that we've got on the countertops at the moment. It's very temporary. It's just to give us washable, workable surfaces whilst we're living in here, because we want the corian. We're going to be putting corian on these tabletops, and we want that to be one of the last things we fit so that it is not damaged in any way whilst all the work is being done.
Because our teak's taking a beating.
Yeah. The teak floors.
Bad move.
The teak floors are taking a bit of a beating, but everything's got to be put in eventually, so we'll get there.
Colbin doing what he does best, complaining about being cold. Grumpy was so frightened I really could have dived into the water to try and protect him. We felt so terrible about him being out there in the storm. I think I can speak for everybody here when I say we never ever expected to experience hail on a yacht. course, the first thing I thought of to help comfort Grumpy was to feed him. Please get Grump some food.
So in order to hold off the cabin fever that we've all been experiencing for the last day and a half, 2 days, due to the bad weather, we've decided to go for a run to the harbour wall and back. As you can see, the weather at the moment, 20 minutes ago, was crystal blue skies. This is after the night where we peaked at about 51 knots of wind. As you can see there, the waves are still breaking over the wall. So yeah, we're going to take a quick jog to the wall and back, scope out what's happening on that side, and see what happens from there. So bear with me.
Job we worked on is in the saloon. We have the seating, which so far, in the back here we've got all our electrics, as I think you've seen in a previous video. All the wiring still going in. So we had originally, obviously we're going to have cushions against these sections of covered. So we've got our lower cushion temporarily covered at the moment. We have this week Robin put in a teak detail all the way along here. And then we formica'd on, we did a panel all the way around that we did a formica finish. It was put in higher than it was needed and sanded back down. So that was Denver's job this week, sanding that down to get it all nice and level. We have also epoxied up all the screws. Oh, where were they? There. So we are almost ready for good old sanding, painting this whole section, and then we will be looking a lot better. So I thought I'd give a little bit of how things have been feeling recently in this video. Like the rest of the world, this lockdown has affected everybody, and whilst I feel we should never complain, we are in the most incredible place to be through lockdown. In our own little reality, it has been super frustrating. There's been so many things we've wanted to get done and haven't been able to complete because we can't get the materials and items that we need to finish projects. We haven't been able to get Chris and Norman, the stainless steel man, and people that we've needed to help us with stuff that we just don't have the expertise to carry on with. Mykonos being a casino resort is pretty much in lockdown until level 1. So they've been very, very sticky. We've gone down into level 3 now, so it is getting better, and they have finally given us permission to allow Chris back onto the boat to carry on with the work, because we have said that we really do need to get out of here. We need to get out testing our systems. We've now decided, obviously with the lockdown and the delays, that we're going to now start planning on doing the crossing in November. So we have a couple of months left to go, and would really like to start testing our systems. A lot of it can be tested by switching off our shore power on the dock here and starting testing our solar systems. We want to be able to see what our usage is and how we can best get the solar level, the solar to last. We've got a really nice amount of solar, well, we will have once it's all finished being installed. So we really would like to get away from here, so it's been somewhat frustrating. We also see the bigger picture in that if we had been allowed out of South Africa when we had originally planned, we would probably have been in the Caribbean right now. In which case, with lockdown there and not being able to be moved there, we would be in the situation where a lot of people over there are sitting at the moment, where if they can't move, the hurricane season is looming, and we would have been stuck there. Something we had always said we would not, an area we would not be in because of the hurricane season from July till I think it's about November. So we're blessed that we didn't end up there and being stuck there like a lot of people have been. We've also been able to work out on the dock, making one heck of a mess. See there, Robin at work, which we wouldn't have been able to do. We wouldn't have been able to do had the marina been busy. So yes, it's definitely had its upsides. It's really, the downside is the time that it's taken. We've also realized just how long a boat refit takes. I remember when we bought the yacht and people would ask us what our plans were. We said, do the yacht refit take about 6 months, and then we're going to be out of here. And everybody very politely raised their eyebrows and shook their heads and walked away. And we thought, in our previous life, we were builders, maintenance, renovators, and we thought, well, how much different can it be to finish off a boat compared to sorting out houses like we've done, building houses and sorting out houses like we've done for the last 25 years. Well, that was an eye-opener. Yes, it's taking a lot longer than we expected. Very appreciative of the fact that we now know our boat inside and out. So as everybody with a boat knows, maintenance is a huge part of your life, and now at least when things start to go wrong, and they will, we will all know where to start looking for problems, troubleshoot, and possibly be able to fix a lot of it all ourselves, because we've all been so involved in getting everything done. Our lockdown has apparently been the longest of any country in the world so far. I think we're up to about 80 some odd days. So the fact that they've now given us permission to have Chris come through here finally gives us some light at the end of the tunnel, that we may actually be up and ready to go when the regulations allow us to. I got an email last night saying that they have opened up the lagoon for recreational sailing from Monday. So that's awesome. When Chris comes through, we can get out and start testing a few systems. Very exciting part of when Chris comes back is that he will be bringing our new tender and outboard motor. We've had one made at Watercraft, a 3.1 meter tender and with a solid bottom, and a Suzuki 15 horsepower engine that we are really excited about getting. So the new week holds lots of excitement for us.
The first sunny day after the storm, we all headed out into the sunshine and kind of looked a little like this guy. Thank you for watching. If you are enjoying our videos, please give it a like. It's a free way to help our production. And if you want to keep up to date with our latest videos, please click subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when our next video is out.